Okay, hello and good evening. It's me. Hi, how are you? Guess what? We're back once more with the Dead Prince 2, the second one. The actual subtitle is A Blessing in Disguise, but really, it's fine. But don't worry about it. I think... So, it's nice to know that there's an ad break going on at any given moment, because then, like, I know just like, okay, the only people who are seeing this is going to be people who have ad block or are watching this on a VOD. But at the same time, it has also made me, like, acutely aware of the fact that apparently my ad breaks just start pretty much as soon as I go live. Not as soon as I go live, but, like, essentially, like, once I have come off of my pre-screen is about when they either start or they're going on. And now I'm just real nervous, like, just, has this been happening this whole time? Because, like, it's entirely possible it has been, you know? This got 30 more seconds. How are you, people who don't have to worry about the ads? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well on this fine... This is a Friday evening, but regardless of when you're watching this. Hello, JAppleKing20. Welcome to the Shark Stream. Good to see you. If you can hear this. I don't know if you have an ad. Do you have an ad? Are you watching an ad right now? I have no way of knowing. Saturday morning for me. Cool. How's other time zones? How is other hemispheres? How are things? I don't know where you're at. I'm not watching an ad. Okay. Good to know. But yes. Hello and welcome to the Shark Stream. It's me, it's your boy, it's Gage. Hope you're doing well. And it's time for some more Deadly Premonition 2. So last time, we sat through a lot of dialogue. That was kind of one of the primary things that happened on last week's stream. We did eventually get into the game, though. Proper. And now we are fully throwing ourselves into the investigation. And the first thing that we have to do, based on a vision that York got of a voodoo holy man, is get a strike at bowling. So, I mean, you know, this is pretty normal Francis York Morgan stuff, if we're being entirely honest. You know what I think I would like to do one day? Is I would like to get a list of all the movies that are mentioned over the course of both Deadly Premonition games and just watch them. You know? I think that would be fun. I've seen a fair bit of them. He's talked about Jaws, Lady Bird, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. But, I think it would be interesting, because like I've said, I mentioned this before when he got into the discussion about, like, the island last time. But York's ponderings on films in the first game were fun little things that kind of, like, gave a window into kind of his personality. And generally speaking, were perfectly fine, like, sort of like breakdowns of those movies. In Deadly Premonition 2, he's just flat out wrong about things. And it's honestly hilarious. And I'm excited. I really hope we get, among other things, the Ghostbusters conversation. I can't remember. I know that he brought up Arnold S., which, as we all know, is the proper way to refer to that actor. But I don't think he had the Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines conversation yet. So I hope, if we haven't gotten that already, which I don't really remember, but if we haven't gotten that already, I hope we do. But yeah, I'm excited to play some more of this game. Like I've said, with Deadly Premonition 2, like I said, it's kind of a double-edged sword. There are things about this game that I have a lot of fun with. Character interactions, dialogue. Some of it is hilarious, and some of it is really charming. Other times... I mean, like, we haven't even gotten to, like, the main thing that, like, kind of threw up the red flags for everybody just yet. But we have seen the Voodoo Holy Man, and York is eventually going to start recalling things that this guy says, and recalling them while also trying to imitate the guy's accent. And it's not great. It's not like, he's not trying to, like, mock or anything, but it's also like, York, why are you trying to do the accent? You know what I mean? But yeah, we're going to get into all sorts of things as this game goes on. All sorts of issues are going to be brought up, and I will point them out and discuss them as they happen. But at the same time, like, I don't want this game to be like everybody just kind of like living in fear of when the problematic shit is going to start. For what it's worth, I do want folks to enjoy the ride as much as they can. Like, I mean, the thing about media criticism is that being critical of media doesn't mean you can't enjoy it, you know? Necessarily. Like, there's some stuff where it's just like, you're going to find so many things wrong with it that eventually you're just going to throw your hands up and be like, fuck this, I'm done. This shit sucks. Obviously. But other times, it can also be about, like, enjoying something, but also recognizing, like, hey, I like this. This has some serious issues. And reckoning with that, and in some cases, going on to enjoy it all the same, you know? Like, okay, I think I've talked about this before. I bounce off a lot of 80s movies just because there's certain ways that, like, filmmaking and writing and story crafting was done in the 80s that just don't gel with me, realistically speaking. Like, I look at them and I'm just like, this isn't doing anything for me. I think a lot about, like, the Conan the Barbarian movies, or like, oh god, what's a good example? Hold on, I've watched a few. Let me see if I can pull up. I think I watched The Hidden is an 80s movie, I'm pretty sure. That's either 80s or it's 70s. It's probably 80s. That one also had, like, kind of a weird pacing thing, you know? Karate Kid, like, is a good movie, but, like, I have issues, like, certain parts of it I kind of, like, bounce off of just because I find issue with the pacing, you know? But, like, I really like Highlander, right? Highlander's got some not great stuff in it, generally speaking. It's all pretty much concentrated in, like, one scene right at the beginning, but, you know, it's there, and I have to reckon with that, and I still look at Highlander, and I still really like it. Hello, thank you for the pulled pork sliders. Oh, no. It's okay. I will pretend that there's Sonic. Oh my god, it's Sonic the Hedgehog! Thank you, hon. But, like, me looking at it and recognizing, like, hey, this has elements in it that haven't aged well, and, you know, even then, like, just at a base level, aren't great. Doesn't mean that, like, I don't still watch Highlander and be like, this is the coolest fucking shit in the world. So that's where I'm approaching this from. So, on that note, let's get started. I timed that really well with the lights, camera, action in the song. I don't know if anybody noticed that. That was completely on accident. I forgot that this game takes a bit to load up. There it is. The game has an autosave function. Did you know that? Were you aware? Yeah, let's get to the fucked up shit. We're not going to be getting to the fucked up shit today. Today we're bowling. Yes, hello Venom and hello Ion Agenda. Welcome. I'm eating a pulled pork slider. Give me a second. Delicious. I got two more, but I'll wait for a dialogue heavy scene. But yeah, the most fucked up thing that we're bound to see today is like game performance in all likelihood. Like, is it frozen right now or is it just loading? Who can tell? It was just loading. Whoa. Who wanted another loading screen? I did. I joke about loading screens, but eventually we're going to be playing Sonic 06, so I mean... What's this? Special sale for Sunburn customers only. I see.
Ten maidens, Zack. Let's topple their hourglass figures and complete this oracle once and for all.
Oh, my Lord. I don't believe I've seen you around here before. Sorry, honey, but you can't smoke in here. Since you're with Patricia, I'm guessing you're some friend of Melvin's.
He's Agent York from the FBI. This is Alexis, the owner of this restaurant. I'm helping out Agent York in his investigation. We signed a contract.
Oh, my Lord. Well, ain't that something?
Alexis Jowawa.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York. Everyone's always called me that.
Oh, my Lord. Well, that's got to be the strangest introduction I've ever heard. No wonder everyone in town's been talking about you.
I want a chocolate sundae, but no cherries. I want 2 wafers instead. Don't put too many Rice Krispies on it. Oh, but don't scrimp on the chocolate syrup either.
Oh, my Lord. And what'll it be for you, honey?
Alexis, are these photos of the town?
Oh, you like my pictures? My hobby's collecting snapshots of what our town used to be like. So whenever someone gives me an old picture, I just put it up here on display. Our world these days feels a bit cold to me, you know? Just thought it'd be nice to help folks remember what it was like in the good old days.
Zach, did you hear that? The good old days. Even in a remote town that's already far behind the times, there are still people who yearn for the past.
York, you're saying all this out loud.
She told me what was going on, you know.
What?
Lise, you don't need to try and hide it from me, honey. Last time she came here, she told me all about it. Some odd fella was following her around, stalking her like.
What kind of fellow?
She said he had a really tall shadow.
How tall?
As tall as an oak tree.
Did that ring any bells for you?
Sadly, it didn't. I know just about everyone in this here town, but I ain't never seen a man who stands that tall.
Trying to figure out how to attack
Maybe
these
it really
sliders. Hold
was
on.
an oak tree, and she just mistook it for someone. Sometimes the silhouettes of them trees, with lots of Spanish moss hanging down, make me feel a little funny, too.
I don't think so, Alexis. Lise said the shadow was following her, correct? That means she must have been stalked by a man as tall as an oak tree. If she had only mistaken an oak tree for a person, she wouldn't have described it that way. She might have said,
It felt like a crowd of people was staring at me.
Yes, exactly. She certainly wouldn't have talked about being followed by someone. Thank you, Patty. Zach, this data is all very intriguing, but it isn't the answer we're looking for. We came to knock down the 10 maidens, remember?
Oh, yeah! Booyah! Oh, I got a turkey!
Truly
I'm happy for her.
mesmerizing, Zach. This is why I never tire of small-town investigations. Same goes for you, right?
You got it, big guy.
Agent York, if you're fixing to bowl, you're gonna be disappointed. Mrs. Carpenter never lets anyone else use the lane while she's here.
Patty, that's exactly what I came to do. You see, Zach and I need to bowl down 10 maidens.
Fine, go on and try if you wanna, but I'm gonna eat my sundae. Hey! Are you nuts?
What's the most addictive drug in the world?
How should I know?
It's sugar, Patty. Far more people die from obesity and diabetes than from cocaine and heroin. Alexis, would you give her some milk?
Oh, my Lord. Coming right up, honey.
Sugar might be dangerous, but it ain't against the law. You got no right to take that from me, even if you are some FBI agent.
Actually, Patty, I do. We signed a contract, remember? I promised to protect you from all the evil in our world.
Hey!
Delicious. What
York,
an
how
amazing
did you
chocolate sundae.
eat that just
I think
now?
we just uncovered an incredible treasure here. I feel like I could eat one of these
What the
every
fuck?
day while we're in this town.
Oh, what?
Well, she did sign a contract. She signed a contract. Where did I hear that from? Oh, it's some fucking Cuphead song. Cuphead fan song. Someone had made, that's right. Huh.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, howdy, stranger. My, you're a handsome one.
Aw, thank you.
You came out here from the city, didn't you? I can always spot you city folk from a mile away.
Mrs. Carpenter.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Would you mind calling me York, ma'am?
First name Carr, last name
Ah,
Penter.
So you are from the FBI. I thought as much. So sophisticated. Well, my horoscope in the paper today told me I'd be meeting someone new. And those horoscopes never miss. They're the real deal. Well, one even predicted when I'd bowl my first perfect game. Oh, no. Oh, could you stand a bit closer to me? Whew, that was a close one. If you move any further that way, you'll cast a shadow over the lane. Well, the sheriff did that once, and something horrible happened. The next time I bowled, I got gutter ball.
Unthinkable.
First time in 12 years. I was mortified. And I am going to make sure nothing like that ever happens again. In our world, some routines lead to good things, while others only lead to the bad. So, you mustn't ever cast a shadow over the lane. Is that understood?
It's her routine, Zach. Understand? Just like us and coffee. Incidentally, ma'am, would you mind letting me use this lane too? I'm investigating the Lise Clarkson murder case, and I need to topple 10 maidens, no matter what it takes.
No, absolutely not. Not even the FBI can take my lane from me. I haven't given it up once ever since my husband passed away over a decade ago. I'll never break my promise to him.
But
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Well, we tried.
Ooh, you like that? That's what I'm talking about. Who's your mama?
I love this lady.
Zach, it looks like negotiations have failed. Now I'm afraid we have no choice but to force her to let us use her bowling lane. Yes, I know. I won't do anything illegal.
We're gonna have to manipulate, mansplain, male wife our way out of this one, Zach.
Excuse me, Mrs. Carpenter.
Stop! Not now. Can't you see I'm already in my bowling stance?
Is that what that is?
What, are you blind? Holy Mother of bowling balls, let me pick up this split. Holy Mother of bowling balls, let me pick up this split. Holy Mother of bowling balls, let me pick up this split.
Subtitles ain't lying. That is one bizarre prayer.
That stance, always works on a split. Oh, yeah, never fails.
Get it. So we have to cause her to stress herself out so much that she has a heart attack and dies, and therefore we'll be able to use the lane.
Zach, our
No,
new
that's
friend
not-
appears to be a very
It's not what we're doing.
superstitious
It's
lady.
not what we're gonna do.
We should try and utilize this trait of hers in order to gain access to the lane for a bit. That was an amazing shot, Mrs. Carpenter. In fact, it may have been the most amazing shot I've ever seen. Speaking of which, where did you happen to find all those neat little items? The ones you used to help you bowl that split just now.
Ooh, you got a keen eye there, Mr. Special Agent. Taking a liking to my collection, have you?
Oh yes, a great liking.
I buy all my charms and power stones from Erzuli Frida.
Power Stones. I see.
Erzuli Frida.
Yes, it's a mystical establishment run by the Mirror.
What?
The mirror.
If you're interested, I can mark it on your map for you.
Ain't Power Stone that game for
Zach,
the
this is it.
Dreamcast?
Erzuli Frida. There must be a treasure trove of dubious trinkets on sale there. We may even be able to find something capable of changing her mind. It really feels like we're in the deep south now, doesn't it?
I guess. Erzuli Frida has been unlocked.
What'll it be, honey?
Is this place a bowling alley or a restaurant?
Oh, my Lord, what's wrong, honey? Can't tell the difference? It says restaurant right there on the outside.
I don't know if I ever noticed how many times she says, "Oh my lord." It's like a catchphrase or something.
And how do you explain that then?
That's so the customers can bowl while they eat. Convenient, ain't it?
But if there's one woman who's constantly bowling and using the lane...
If you want to bowl, honey, you'll have to ask Mrs. Carpenter to open up the lane for you.
It's not very convenient if there's one woman who hogs the lane day in and day
But
out.
if you just want to eat, then all you need to do is call my name. Got it?
There's a serious flaw in your establishment, ma'am. Shrimp and grits? I just had that the other day. It's pretty good. I wasn't a fan of the grits, though, if I'm being entirely honest. I guess I just don't like grits. The shrimps were good. Duck hash, chocolate sundae. Ooh, beignets. Oh, and red beans and rice. Should I order this now? Oh, well, if I order it, then...
Come back anytime, honey. You ain't gonna find any better Cajun food in all of Louisiana.
Okay, alright. Exit into the white void. I love that the loading screen is an ominous tree. Love that for me. Any second now. Any second now. Oh. Having a little bit of trouble. But it's fine. We'll be good. It has a bit of trouble with the overworld, unfortunately. There we go. Okay.
I thought you came here to bowl.
Yes, I did.
Then why are you leaving? You gave up on trying to convince Mrs. Carpenter to let you play?
No, Patty, neither Zach nor I have given up on anything. We're just going to stop by Erzuli Frida.
Erzuli Frida? What do you want with that place?
What do you know about it, Patty?
It's a dumb store that sells stupid voodoo charms and even stupider souvenirs. No one who actually lives here would ever be caught dead there. Daddy even told me to steer clear of it.
And why is that?
'Cause they sell guns?
You mean Erzuli Frida is a gun shop?
It's kinda like a gun shop and a voodoo shop had a baby.
A voodoo shop? Thank you, Patty. You just helped me make up my mind. We're going to use the power of voodoo to help us steal the right to use that lane.
I don't see any issue with that logic.
That melody always gets stuck in my head.
Yes, it's a devilish song, isn't it?
Just be quiet.
Oh. Okay. Wait, where did Patty go? Y'all, I lost Patty. Oh, nope, there she is.
It's a beautiful day, Patty.
Really? Seems kinda normal to me.
Now that you mention it, yes, it is a normal day. I just felt like saying that.
What? You know, sometimes you really get on my nerves.
I love that for this game they decided to, like, pair York up with somebody who's just, like, literally everything you do is weird, and I'm sick of it constantly. Like, honestly, I think Patty is great as a character. What's over here? Nothing. All right, let's get on over to the voodoo gun store run by a white guy. You know, this game is jank, but, like, I can't help but be charmed by, like, its jankiness, you know? Like, a lot of... Honestly, in much the same way that, like, I can't help but be charmed by, like, the first game's jankiness. Oh, here we are. Urzuli Frida.
A voodoo shop. It's a voodoo shop.
Yeah, we've had this discussion
Just looks
already.
like a dumb souvenir shop to me.
Of course it does, Patty. You're much too young to understand the true value of such a place.
Sure.
Patty, what's that?
That tree? Or the water tower?
That thing I'm pointing at. That.
Like I said, what?
That thing. Right there, Patty.
Just tell me what it is. How am I supposed to know which that you're referring to? Oh, you're goofing on me, ain't you?
Oh, that's great. Alright.
This is all kid stuff. It's just a bunch of charms. I'm allowed to watch TV and go on the internet, but I ain't allowed in here? My daddy makes no sense sometimes. You agree, right, Agent York? This is all just kid stuff.
Look at this sack. All the mysticism of the Deep South gathered up into one quaint little shop.
York would be fucking enthralled by, like, this sort of shit.
This is 100 times more exciting than the FBI evidence vault. It's a vast treasure chest. So much to study, so much to learn.
York, the guy running the place probably doesn't even understand half of it. The mirror. You can tell he's a mystical white person because he doesn't have eyebrows.
Thou art a seeker, and I see the object of thy desire.
Okay.
Doth this be what thou seekest?
Unironically, maybe.
I could sell it to thee now, and only now. Surely fortune shall not bless thee with another chance.
He's making a lot of sense.
Purchase this, and know that thy wishes shall be granted.
That's crazy. Even I can tell you're getting cheated, Agent York.
I want York to buy it immediately.
I disagree, Patty. This person can be trusted. I've been studying people for quite a while, so I can tell. That figurine is connected to our future.
Sure it is.
My price is true. What say thee?
Do you have teeth? By the alligator. It's a quest. We have to do it. We have to do it. If it's a quest, we have to complete it. I mean, it's 30 bucks. A strapping alligator wearing a top hat and standing on 2 legs. He's also carrying a cane. Fuck yeah, I'll buy that for $30 fucking dollars. Okay, good purchase. Good purchase.
I'll buy it.
Good purchase.
Thou art a man of refined taste.
Nothing says refined taste like an alligator in a top hat standing on 2 legs.
I am loath to part with it, but 'twould be a fool's errand to keep it from such a keen-eyed soul.
What's wrong with you? No normal person would ever buy a piece of junk like that. Not even at a garage sale.
Patty, normal is a setting on the washing machine. Don't you agree, Zach? Sir, your mouth is super wide.
Marvelous, isn't it, Zach? What a treasure. I can't wait to use it.
Use it? Where? How?
Isn't it obvious, Patty? I'm going to put it in front of Mrs. Carpenter's house.
In front of her house?
Yes. I'm sure this figurine will stop her right in her tracks.
Makes sense to me.
And that'll give us a chance to finally topple the 10 maidens.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
Of course I am. And so is Zach. Aren't you?
I'm seriously wondering if I should quit helping you out with this.
Okay, so what was that? Place the alligator. Find a spot where it's below 0. Strike. Talk to the mirror at Urzuli Frida and create any voodoo charm. Alright, Mr. White Guy running a voodoo shop. Please stop saying words.
Verily, much shall serve thee well here.
Charms can help you out in various ways. Necklaces boost bullets' elemental effects. Dolls boost physical abilities. Incense boost skateboard abilities. Talismans boost your performance in minigames. Enhance charms that are Zuli Frida. Pick what charms you like most and enhance them to create your own personal voodoo loadout. Oh, God. Alright. You can also expand your altar so that you can equip more charms at once. Creating, enhancing, and spending blah, 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 blah. Alright. Okay, what can I create? Nothing. I can't create a goddamn thing.
Thou hast discovered the very purpose of my emporium, that is.
Sure, man.
Ehalam. Be at ease, for I hath foreseen thy utterance, and doth accept it.
I'm gonna go. Oh. Okay.
Whoa.
That was close.
Well, look at you, all standing there like you're expecting me to apologize. Huh, it's your fault for not paying attention.
Galena Clarkson.
What?
Got a moment?
Can't say I do. I'm in a hurry here.
I won't take up too much of your time. I'd just like to ask you a few questions.
I said I'm in a hurry, Peckerwood. Now get out of my way.
Patty, who was that?
Galena Clarkson. PJ Clarkson's second daughter, and Lisa's mother.
Zach, we've found ourselves a Clarkson.
Oh no, she's not here. My dolly. Oh, she's not here. My dolly isn't here.
She seems like she's doing
One
well.
of the key persons in this case just came out of the woodwork to meet us. Now things are really getting interesting. Isn't that right, Zach?
Sure is, York. Excuse me, can I ask you... My dolly's missing, my sweet little dolly. Well, best of luck to you. Alright, so I think we have to at least wait for Mrs. Carpenter to go home. Because we need to use the figurine to trap her inside her house so that we can go bowl a strike. So in the meantime, we'll go do something else. You know, this is a big world. This world is full of mystery and history. Those sound like lyrics to like a TV show about like an educational TV show, you know? Okay, so mission 16 is the one where we have to go to Mrs. Carpenter's house.
Patty, this town is so peaceful.
Excuse me? Did you forget that we're investigating a murder case?
True, but it's still far more peaceful than the city I live in.
Okay.
Guess we'll just cut across here. Actually, how do I use the skateboard again? Ah! Oh, there we go. Accelerate! 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 Our skateboard is at 100%.
Hey, Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the San Rouge distribution route led us right to Louisiana. You know what that means. We've got a hot hand. And Lady Luck's given us far more favor than she ever has before. We just happened to hear news about Lisa's murder while sitting in a bar during our vacation in New Orleans. That certainly wouldn't have happened if we had stayed in D.C. They would have given the case to another special agent, or maybe even to the state, and then we never would have found it. In the end, it would have been shut up in that vast, desolate evidence vault along with all the other cases, marked by nothing but a first-degree murder tag, buried in a soggy grave at the bottom of a sea of data. That would have been its fate. Instead, it traveled from person to person until it finally fell right into our lap. Things always work out that way for us. We've traveled all over the United States trying to track down San Rouge. We can't let this chance pass us by, can we, Zach? We need to find some sort of clue before this southern sun melts it all away.
Sure thing, man.
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him. Boondock. Is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist outside the realms of either? Still too early to tell. But it's clear that he'll be the key to uncovering this case's mysteries. That's what my soul tells me.
So here's a fun thing.
By the way, Zach,
oh,
Hoongan feels very familiar to me. You might even say he reminds me of someone. Yes, I think I see the connection now. A cheerful, wise, yet also mysterious African-American who appeared in a variety of different films. My mind must be overlapping him with the skeletal gentleman. Do you remember his name?
who are you?
Ah, yes, that's it. Scatman Crothers. In
Oh.
1980, he played Dick Halloran in The Shining.
That's
and
true.
in 1983, he was in The Twilight Zone. He played the man who invited all those elderly folks into a strange new world. I knew it, Zach. There's definitely a connection here. But he's a bit too
Okay.
old. Scatman's more of a sage character. Our skeletal gentleman is a little younger, isn't he? Yes. They have different body types, but what about Forrest Whitaker? He made his debut in 1982 in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Then he was in Platoon and The Color of Money, both released in 1986, followed by Good Morning Vietnam in 1987. Oh, and he was in Bird in 1988. What an impressive filmography. Across the 80s, he transformed his rough, young image into a more cheerful, wiser one. That's why the 80s can also be described as the decade that built up Forrest Whitaker's career. I firmly believe that he'll
suppose
win an
that's
Academy Award for Best
technically
Actor
true?
someday. Yes, I'm sure it's right around the corner. He'll most likely wait until the time is ripe. Maybe around next year. Then he'll unleash his best performance yet.
Okay, hold up. Forrest Whitaker. He has gotten an Academy Award. Honors and accolades. He would actually go on to win Best Actor for 2007's The Last King of Scotland. So, I mean, York isn't incorrect. Clarkson Food Delivery Services. Oh, hey, Patty's dad is here.
So you clearly love TV shows, but what about movies?
Movies?
Oh,
We
boy.
don't even have a movie theater around here, so I can only watch what I manage to catch on TV.
Like what?
For some reason, the only movie channel we get
Oh, wait,
at
have we
home
heard this
is the
conversation
sci-fi
already?
one. So I just watch a lot of sci-fi.
Like what? What's the last one you saw?
The one with Schwarzenegger, where there's all these clones.
The Sixth Day, 2000, directed by Roger Spottiswoode. You must be very well versed in sci-fi if you can appreciate an Arnold S. film.
I thought it was way too easy for them to make more clones. And you'd never see a clumsy investigation like that on CSI.
That's right.
Yeah, we've heard this one
It's
already.
realistic. Every
Mr. York, that was mighty quick.
What are you talking about? We made like 2 detours.
The special agent does it again. You sure don't waste any time.
I wasted so much time. I was waiting for conversations to finish.
I bet my CLG's got a lot to learn from you.
Whoa.
By the way, Mr. York, looks to me like you aren't packing anything.
I was on vacation in New Orleans before I happened to stop by here.
Well, shoot, that won't do. Here, I got something I think you'll like.
It's purple.
I call him Mr. Alligator. Badass, ain't he?
It Orple.
It's a tranquilizer gun for the gators.
Oh, okay. I got Mr. Alligator, a non-lethal gun made for self-defense. It can only fire rubber bullets. It's not... Rubber bullets aren't tranquil...
And
Okay.
here's a radio. With this, you won't have to worry about any expensive roaming fees.
Thanks.
Might take you a while to get used to them, but you'll get it. Try letting them rip a few times. Ain't no need to hold back out here.
You alright? Use Mr. Alligator, the self-defense gun you got from Melvin, to destroy the wood boxes. All boxes must die. Mr. Alligator's gun that fires non-lethal rubber bullets. You can purchase more rubber bullets at shops, so keep an eye on your stock. It is a point gun aimed to fire to reload.
Now this is an intriguing weapon. For a tranquilizer gun, it really packs a punch. But I'm afraid I'll decline. After all, this town is peaceful, isn't it?
Well, sure it's peaceful. At least the humans are.
Yet to be seen, but okay.
But the animals are a different story. Remember what I named it? There are some real mean-ass gators out there in the swamps. And every now and then, they wander into town. One of them even went and ate a kid once. It happened a long time ago, but still, one chomp's all it takes. They swallow down every last bit of you.
There's like a dude standing by that shed on the left side of the screen. And I know I'm supposed to be paying attention to what's happening right now, but I can't help but look over at that guy and be like, just what's he doing? I mean, they're gators and kids are easy food. That's true. Children are small and not very difficult to chomp down for a gator.
Poor kid's parents didn't even know what to put in his coffin.
Did they get the body
The
back?
worst part is, that taught the gators just how tasty we humans are. So now, those suckers just attack on sight.
This gator ate one kid and went back to all his gator buddies just like, yo, you know those things that are always walking around by all those like big wood boxes? Yo, they're super fucking good. You guys gotta get in on this.
Man-eating crocodiles will feast tonight. In Blood Swamp.
I don't think I'd watch Blood Swamp, I'm gonna be honest.
You know he's fibbing, right? Gators don't attack folks. I never heard about no kid getting swallowed by a gator.
Actually, Patricia, you're wrong.
I'm what?
Alligators do attack people, and it could happen in any town.
Huh?
Alligator, 1980. Directed by Louis Teague.
That's okay.
It takes place in the Midwest, I believe. A teenage girl's pet alligator gets flushed down the toilet. Then, in the sewer, it feeds on the corpses of dogs that were used as test subjects for an experimental growth formula.
Okay, hold on. Alligator, 1980.
After growing over 30 feet, it finally starts to go after humans. It's an extremely edifying movie. Back when I first saw it, I had a pet hamster.
Hey, Agent York.
Alligator actually has an 84% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, based on 25 reviews. So, apparently it's a pretty good movie. And it had a sequel, Alligator 2, The Mutation. Generally negative reviews for that one.
What's your first order of business? You're in charge now, remember?
Well
I
said,
actually gotta
Patricia.
plug my phone in, but my charge cord's like all the way over there.
I nearly lost sight of my true goal. Melvin, I couldn't help but notice the name on the side of that truck. This facility is connected to the victim, isn't it?
Hold up, I gotta grab this real quick. Okay.
Oh, right. Yeah. I reckon I better start from there.
All right.
I'm gonna tell it to you straight right from the beginning, Mr. York.
Okay.
As you guessed, this warehouse is run by the Clarksons. The victim's father, Danny Clarkson, is the one who manages the whole place. Okay, but why did he choose to store her body in his own warehouse, right?
That is kind of weird, don't you think so, Zach?
Well, that's because there ain't no other place to store it.
That's fair.
Our town has a clinic inside a church, but no more. Whenever someone kicks the bucket, we just bury him in the graveyard right outside of town.
Oh. All right.
But not this time. We got a murder on our hands this time. We need to give Lisa's body an autopsy and keep it stored, right? So we had no choice but to rent out a corner of this warehouse.
I see. So that's what led to the ingenious choice to store the victim's body in a facility that her family owns.
Anywho, this is where the real story begins.
Really? I'm like almost 4 hours into this game. This is where the real story begins?
Truth is, a few days before you got here, Lisa's body went missing.
Oh, shit.
Missing.
Yeah. All of a sudden, poof.
Did you leave the warehouse unlocked?
I most certainly did not. I locked the whole place up and made sure no one could get inside. No one stole the original key, and I couldn't find any fingerprints at the scene.
So, in other words, this is a locked room mystery.
The body of a beautiful young girl walks at mid... Hey! all right, CLG. Reckon I should have told you about this earlier when you first said you wanted to come here. It just didn't seem like the time or place as I remember. Anywho, how about we call it a day and head back to my office? You can go through all the files there.
No, thank you. This is what I came to investigate.
But Lisa's body isn't here anymore. You sure?
That doesn't bother me one bit, Melvin. You see, I met a skeletal gentleman on my way here, and he was kind enough to give me an oracle.
I'll take totally normal things to say to other people for 1,000, Alex.
Hey, let's chat.
Want to hear about all the depraved serial killers I've encountered so far?
No, thank you. Forget what I said. Ugh.
Da-da-da-da. I think it's really funny that fucking Patty was just like, I've never heard of, like, kids getting eaten or anything like that.
You holding up okay, CLG?
The gators here don't attack people. And York was just like, no, gators definitely attack people. Have you ever seen the 1980 movie Gator, about a gator that gets flushed down the toilet then eats dogs that were given experimental growth treatment and grows huge? This is clearly evidence of gators attacking people. Fucking love York so goddamn much.
I'll be fine, Daddy. Just make sure you don't take your eyes off of him. He's so selfish and inconsiderate. I'm still not convinced he's actually a real FBI agent. Look, he's talking to himself again.
Zach, this is the ambiguous zero, the deep freeze. Let's hurry up and find that flying serpent, shall we?
Head to the morgue. It's not a morgue. Alright, so we got toolbox, some, we can get drinks, or go to good vending. What's good, Melvin?
Hey, Mr. York. You sure you want to keep investigating this place even though we know the body ain't here?
Of course, Melvin. The skeletal gentleman gave me an oracle, remember?
It's Skella what?
Ugh, he's just joking, Daddy. You can't take him seriously.
Huh? Well, was that really a joke, Mr. York?
Absolutely not.
Well, I'll be. I see you've been hiding some real charm into that whole FBI routine.
Sorry, Melvin, but I'm dead serious.
I knew it. Shrug. Frogs?
Good God almighty. This place always gives me goosebumps, no matter how many times I come here.
Probably because it's so cold.
Yes, it's quite the funhouse. Truly a dazzling place. Meat entertainment. That's the only way to describe it.
What?
Woven together by life, frozen in time, a visceral, musical...
Symphony. We eat all this in order to survive.
Yes, truly a symphony. Life and death resonating together.
I think the best thing about the rapport between York and Patty is that occasionally, like, it'll break through. Patty will be on the exact same wavelength of York, but like every other like time, it's just like she's just like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, it's really cool.
Cool. Whoa now, CLG. Since when were you interested in this kind of stuff?
What are you so surprised for, Daddy? I'm more mature than you are. I've seen way more realistic corpses on CSI, you know.
Patty would love Hannibal, I think.
Oh, man.
At first
God, I
sight,
should
I was
rewatch it.
shocked by the notion of storing a victim's body alongside food. But as I gaze upon this hanging garden, I realize it's just another scene of violent, depraved murder. Yes. All we need to do is change our point of view, and things will expose themselves in utterly new ways.
Hey, Mr. York, this is yeah.
Melvin, if you have something to say, then just go on and say it. Otherwise, you'll simply be insulting this beautiful landscape.
You think this is beautiful?
Yeah, it's all right.
Oh, yes. It's the abnormal world that supports our normal lives. I think that's wonderful. Don't you? Besides, look, Patricia seems to be handling this a lot better than you are.
Well, you see, I ain't too good with this grotesque stuff. Ugh.
Don't let it get to you, Daddy. Whew. Everyone has at least one thing they're afraid of. Even you. Right, Agent York?
Something I'm afraid of?
Yeah, that's right. You gotta have at least one thing. Like clowns.
Clowns are so funny. How could anyone be scared of them?
Zombies.
Love them.
A bucket full of worms.
I could squeeze them with my bare hands.
Ugh.
The sound of screeching glass.
Doesn't bother me.
Then...
They cling to your skin like putrid leeches, robbing you of much more than your vitality. The Wet Socks.
I probably would not watch a movie called The Wet Socks.
Melvin, you're a genius.
Fucking goddamn it, York. Oh boy. All right. Okay, something over here. Aha. Tutorial visions. You can use visions to acquire important hints that will help you through the game. Frogs. Okay, looks like those might be in the next room. Oh, hold up. I see something. A black bass scale. Alright, next room, I guess.
Melvin, I'd like to take this opportunity to ask you a personal question. In the hotel parking lot, when I first met you, the picture you had on your dashboard happened to catch my eye. Was that your wife?
Oh, her? Yeah, that's my lady, all right. Candy. Her name's Candy. The prettiest girl in town, which makes me the happiest boy. A shooting star landed in a rural town, right on top of a man who now has a meteor-struck heart.
I probably would not watch a movie called Meteor Struck Heart.
You always keep her photo with you?
You bet I do. The truth is, Candy's a little sick right now. She can't even leave the house no more. So I always keep her photograph with me. Kinda feels like we're always together, you know?
I see. You care for your wife a great deal. But this means that...
Yeah, that's right. My mama had me before she married Daddy. But it don't matter. He's still my real daddy to me.
Oh, thank you, CLG. And you're my pride and joy.
Aw.
Well, Zach, isn't this a heartwarming scene? But there's one thing I just can't get out of my mind. Don't you think that photograph looked a bit too old? Perhaps Candy is already... No, let's not think about that. It might be a private matter, just like you, Zach.
Anything else we can talk to y'all about?
We're almost to the morgue. The temporary one, at least.
You don't need to keep correcting yourself, Melvin.
I know, but I'm starting to feel guilty all of a sudden. You know, from an ethical perspective. It just ain't right to store a teenage girl's body in a place like this.
Still, rephrasing your sentences won't fix anything at this point. It's a shallow concern, really.
Yeah, I know. But shoot, I just felt like the least I could do is try to phrase it better.
Whew. Don't bother trying to convince him, Daddy. I've only been working with him for a little while, but I already figured out what his deal is. He ain't right in the head.
Well, she's right.
Whew. The FBI should add a new requirement to their hiring process. Must possess humanity.
I'm not sure what that gesture was, but, you know, whatever. Oh, that must be it. Alright, I want to look around a bit more. Hold on. Bunch of stuff at the back there, looks like. Oh, here we go. Alligator gar scale. Crawfish shell. Seems like I'm not going to be able to get back there, unfortunately. There's this thing over here. A bullfrog tongue. I mean, it's true, but she doesn't have to say it out loud. Bunny pickup, bullfrog tongue.
Here we are, Zach. The morgue. They stored the victim's body in a cold storage warehouse operated by her family. I'd love to shake the hand of whoever came up with that one.
Hey, Agent York.
Yes, what's good?
Did you just come here to laugh at rural officers who are doing the best they can? We don't have any special facilities like you people. What else did you expect us to do, huh? Don't compare us with city folk. This is Lucare. Or maybe you're just disappointed that you didn't get to see the bloated, decomposing corpse of a young girl.
Sorry, you're right. I went a bit too far just now. But don't misunderstand. I honestly think it's a fantastic idea. I'd never try and bully your daddy.
Better not.
Thank you for understanding.
I think Patty could beat the shit out of York, honestly. We did it. We headed to Demorque. Beep. It seems pretty straightforward so far. Inspection start. Oh, beans. Okay.
Boxes of the past or presence of the future. Either way, This is a curious time capsule. Forgotten boxes. Looks like shelled headless shrimp. When were these boxes brought here? And when will they be taken away? Zach, can you feel it? The perpetual, unstoppable flow of time. Boxes that got left behind. I can't tell what's inside. What do you think, Zach? I'm gonna go with okra. Yeah, okra. I'm sure it must be okra. That's a staple of the South.
Here, man. Whatever you say, big guy.
Zach, can you see that? Look closely. That's right. There are 4 imprints in the frost on the top of this. It's hard to believe, but I think these are fingerprints. Yes, Zach, that would lead one to believe that the body napper is a giant who's over 10 feet tall. An icicle. Never thought I'd see one of these down in the South. These pallets are a mess. Looks like this area isn't used often. Still, the idea to store a body here. It's a novel, sophisticated idea, unlike anything I'd ever come up with. Look at the thermometer, Zach. It's at 10 degrees Fahrenheit, or minus 12.2 degrees Celsius. This must not be the ambiguous 0. This frost is shaped like something we're very used to seeing. That's right, a body bag. Lisa's body must have been left here. But there are no signs that the bag was dragged away. So our criminal must possess monstrous strength. Zach, these are human footprints. And they're extremely large. Yes, Zach, I agree. These footprints must belong to someone who's used to walking around in cold temperatures.
We did it. We looked at everything. We got a bonus for looking at things.
Seems like our flying serpent isn't here. Is this everything, Melvin? There aren't any other rooms in this warehouse? No special rooms?
Well, there is the luxury foods warehouse.
Luxury foods? Why didn't you say so earlier?
Just thought you wanted to see where the body... I just thought you were only interested in warehouse number 2. Besides, it's underground, so it's even colder than this. You sure you really want to go down there? You could darn well freeze to death. All life will come to an end in the icebound zone.
I might watch a movie called Icebound Zone.
You feel me?
Let's head there at once. I'm sure that must be where we're meant to go.
But what about searching for Lisa's body?
All we need to do is find a 10-foot tall man with monstrous strength. That giant knows where she is.
10 foot tall?
But finding the flying serpent is more important right now. Now please, guide me to the luxury foods warehouse at once. These luxury foods are most likely being used in local Cajun cuisine. I'm so excited to see what we'll find. Aren't you, Zach?
100%. I have no idea how to get to the luxury foods warehouse from here. Oh, I did see an elevator, so maybe it's that?
A 10-foot tall giant? All right. Now that one's gotta be a joke. Right, Mr. York?
Absolutely not. Bye.
That elevator needs a key, Mr. York.
Do you have one?
Actually, no. I didn't think you'd ever want to go down there. So I didn't bother to go and get one.
Well then, would you go and get one now?
Yeah. COG, I know. I'll tell it to him straight. Thing is, Mr. York, you know the Clarksons? The folks who own this place? Well, they don't too much like the police.
That's fair.
They sure as hell don't like them when they're my color.
Oh,
It was,
that's less fair.
real hard for me to get permission to open up this place for you to search through. So they ain't gonna be too happy if I go back to them now, asking for another key.
What should we do then?
Let's just find a worker here who can lower the elevator for us instead. All they need to do is take a break from their work for a couple minutes.
And what am I supposed to do? Just stand here and pretend like nothing's happening?
Yeah, you FBI folks are good at that, right? That's always what I see you doing on TV.
Ah. Damn. Fucking roasted.
The elevator won't move without a key, Mr. York. Think you two can go and figure something out? I'll search around here in the meantime. I believe in you. I know they didn't make you a special agent for nothing.
Excuse me, do you have a key? Excuse me, do you have a key? Excuse me, do you have a key? I don't think he has a key. Ah.
Zach,
No.
I think we can move this. Better check back here as well, just to be on the safe side.
I see. Oh! Black bass tail. Excuse me, do you have a key? Excuse me, do you have a key? Sir? Sir, do you have a key? You're useless to me. Can I assault people? Yes, but I get docked for it. Understood. Fair enough. Note to self, don't assault people. Okay, and this just leads me out. Alright. There's an X over here. There's an item. Crawfish claw. A clawfish craw. A claw crawfish.
Zach, the human ability to adapt is a frightening thing. Some humans have the power to sleep anywhere as long as they set their minds to it.
I'm gonna be honest, falling asleep in, like, a frozen foods warehouse is maybe not the best place. We should probably wake that guy up. Oh, I guess we're just gonna
Now
steal his
we should
key.
be able to operate the elevator. No need to worry. This facility no longer has a body to steal. What else do they have to lose? A few cans of crawfish? I feel bad for him, but it's for the sake of the investigation. I'll write him a letter of apology later.
I'm sure that'll make him feel way better, York. Hey guys, I found a key. I quote unquote found a key.
Mr. York, did you find a key?
Sure.
Ha! Now that's my special agent. There ain't no stopping you. Want to head straight down?
You bet. Let's sally forth, Melvin.
Who's Sally Forth? What happened to the first three?
Zach, look at that thermometer.
What about it?
0 degrees Fahrenheit, or minus 17.7 degrees Celsius. This is the ambiguous 0.
Ah, I see.
Hey, Avery! Can you... Open the damn door, Avery! It ain't no use, Mr. York. Once Avery starts working on something, that's all he sees. He just tunes out everything else. We'll have to wait until he finishes and comes out to us, I reckon. Or we could come back tomorrow.
I disagree, Melvin. Time may be on our side, but that doesn't mean we should waste it. You gave me Mr. Alligator precisely for moments like these, didn't you?
Wait, Mr. York!
I'm gonna shoot that man.
Those tranquilizers may be non-lethal, but it's still dangerous to use them on humans.
Of course, Melvin. I never said I was going to shoot him.
You're gonna shoot some meat to get his attention. I'm right, ain't I?
Quest updated.
I lent you Mr. Alligator for self-defense. But if you end up hurting a civilian, you can bet you'll be hearing from me.
Melvin, I have already punched a man. What? Yeah, don't worry about it. Gator! Oh, he's got like a he's got like a Walkman. Wow, that landed hilariously. And he was just about to clip through that too. I saw that. It's still there.
This is Mr. York, an agent from the FBI.
That guy is
Hi,
tall.
Avery. I'm Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York.
York, you a smarty pants, huh?
Avery Smith. Why don't he got no eyebrows? Is he also a mystical white guy?
Looks. Come on, just settle down, Avery. Tell him what this here place is for.
Oh, I these same subtitles font as Xenoblade
Lots
2.
of expensive food here.
Hello, Lucas.
Here. Mighty precious to the Clarksons, so I gotta guard it.
I see. So you're this area's keeper.
Oh, I help with the research too. I do like research.
Research? What are you talking about, Avery?
How'd that
This
get over
doesn't
there?
look like a lab to me.
Oh, ain't no lab. It's a warehouse. Ain't no lab. Smarty pant scientist does the research. I ain't no smarty pants, you know.
He's a bit slow
I'm in the beginning of the second half of Nier.
But
I'll
he
lurk
ain't a
while I
bad
continue.
guy.
Have fun.
Your story about the giant who carried Lisa out. Don't tell me you think it's him. I mean, it's true that he's free to come and go as he pleases in this warehouse, but
No, as far as I can tell, he's just a bit over 6'5". The one who moved Lisa's body must be at least 10 feet tall. He's clearly too short.
Clearly.
too short, huh? Well, if you ever happen to find a man who makes him look small, I'd sure like to meet him.
Lise.
Hey, cut it out!
Lise. Why?
Avery, that's not Lise.
Not Lise?
This is Melvin's daughter, and my precious assistant. Unfortunately, Elise is no longer with us.
Lise. Lise.
Bro.
My fault. My fault.
I guess he's sort of like Lise, you know? See, the poor fella's got himself a childlike mind. You know how normal kids tease other kids in order to get attention? Well, with this big lug, sometimes folks who don't know him too well see something and end up calling the police. But I know that deep down, he's got a good heart. Hey, Mr. York, I'll keep him busy, but I'd appreciate it if you'd hurry this particular inspection along. Just holler at me if you find anything. I reckon that'll make it easier for you to go do your thing, yeah?
Melvin, I think you're finally starting to catch on.
Alright. Hello. Wait, hold up, what we got over here?
There are torn off claws and legs scattered all over the ground. I doubt they'll fly anytime soon. I can't tell which ones are from crawfish and which parts are from shrimp. How about you, Zach?
I don't fucking know. Dog, I don't know.
And Dewey. Now here's some real Cajun cuisine. The way these sausages are linked up, they almost look like a serpent, but it's hard to imagine them flying. Let's move on, Zach.
I know exactly what it is that I'm looking for. So I'm gonna just look at everything but that.
Cans of Holy Trinity paste. Onions, bell peppers, and celery. The absolute basics for any Cajun dish. This product combines them all into some sort of paste. People actually buy this garbage? Even the name sounds idiotic. Zach, I just made an eternal promise with myself.
Yeah.
If I ever happen to come across any food prepared with this paste, I vow to never call it Cajun food.
I don't know, that sounds like a no true Scotsman kind of fallacy, my man. Hello. Crawfish tail.
Frozen oysters. Personally, I'd rather have a cocktail filled with fresh ones. We hunt for more materials than we can eat, and freeze them over long periods of time. The human race gives terror a whole new meaning.
Ain't that the truth?
I'll keep an eye on him while we're here. Just relax, Avery. We'll get out of your way as soon as we're finished.
Hung alligators. I suppose
I've
in
seen
a
art
way
like
they
that.
sort of look like flying serpents. No, but that's pushing it. Remember, we're in a dark basement here. They'll never reach the sky.
And now we'll go look at the thing that's actually going to let us continue.
Avery, this box looks special.
Clarkson food. For their home.
Melvin, is this the Clarksons' family crest?
Oh, the dragonfly? Yeah, that's the Clarksons' mark, all right. Ain't no big deal, though. You can find those all over town.
Is that so?
Well, yeah. They pretty much run all of this town's major industries. Yeah, I do believe they own just about everything there is to own. So their word is law. They got the whole darn town tattooed with their dragonflies. Can't even walk a few steps without seeing one.
Sounds obnoxious.
Zack, this dragonfly is our flying serpent. The flying serpent owns this town. They're related to Lise Clarkson, our victim, and Hungan's oracle pointed us toward their family crest. The Clarksons must be deeply intertwined with this case.
I mean, given it's their granddaughter that died, I mean, yeah, probably.
Melvin, Patricia, I think I've had enough of this frozen world. Let's head back out to that merciless sun. Well, what are you waiting for? I can't bear to spend another second down here.
Whew. So while we're waiting through this loading screen, here's a fun fact for you. So for this game, the voice actor for Francis York Morgan actually came out of retirement to portray the character again, which I think is really neat, you know? Like, good for him, honestly. Is admittedly a bit of a bummer because it probably means that we're not likely to get like a Deadly Premonition 3, at least not one starring Francis, York or Zack. Let's call him Francis. Yeah.
Whew. So, what do we do now, Mr. York?
Zack and I will take things from here.
Then what should I do?
Tend to your sick wife? I don't know. You're free to do as you please. I'll stop by the sheriff's office when I need your help again.
I suppose that's what I'll do then. It'll sure make Candy happy. But I am the sheriff of this town, so I do intend to get some work done. I know. How about I search for Lisa's body while you're busy?
Not a bad idea. Just be careful that you don't get attacked by a barefooted giant.
Hey, don't scare me like that. Why do you keep talking about that giant anyway? You really think some giant was responsible for all this?
Fuck, maybe.
Melvin, don't be silly. Of course I do. Just when I thought you were starting to catch on. Disappointing, to say the least.
But how can you be so sure? I want to see some proof.
Proof number 1. The footprints that led up to where Lisa's body originally was were made with bare feet. None of the prints looked similar to those of common insulated boots, and the arches of the feet were visible. The person who carried out Lisa's body must have had very large feet. I'd say they were at least 16 inches. Proof number 2.
Giant feet pics.
I found fingerprints on the cord of one of the hanging lights in the warehouse. The fingerprints weren't aimed up from below. They were coming directly from the side. Clearly, the giant moved the light because it was in his way. He pinched the cord with his fingers. Proof number 3. There was nothing else found in the vicinity where Lisa's body was stored. This means the giant carried her out without dragging her across the floor. But there's only one set of footprints. The only conclusion I can draw from this evidence is that a barefooted giant, standing over 10 feet tall, carried Lisa's body out.
Makes about as much sense as anything else.
That concludes the entirety of my proof. Any objections, Melvin?
But there ain't no way a human could ever be that tall.
Have you seen every human alive with your own eyes? Well then.
All right, sure. Ironclad logic.
You need to forget all your preconceived notions when embarking on an investigation. Whether you come face to face with a 10-foot giant or a skeletal gentleman, you always need to accept everything that comes to you with a clear mind. Do that, and eventually the truth will reveal itself to you. You're a smart kid, I'm sure you understand.
Well, I'll be damned. I'm sorry I ever doubted you, Mr. FBI Special Agent, sir. A sharp eye and flawless observational skills. Uncovering the truth with a Heady intuition.
I probably wouldn't watch a movie called Heady Intuition.
I won't ever question you again. Heck, I'll do whatever you say.
That's it, Melvin. I'm glad you finally caught on. Okay, time to go, Patty. You know this town well, so I'd like you to accompany me from now on.
Patty?
Why not me?
Zach, we found the flying serpent. Now we simply need to locate the 10 maidens. It's time to head on to Alexis's diner and lane.
York, we've literally already done that.
It's a beautiful day, Patty.
Really? Seems kinda normal to me.
Now that you mention it, yes, it is a normal day. I just felt like saying that.
What? You know, sometimes you really get on my nerves.
So something I was trying to say earlier before dialogue interrupted me. An interesting thing about the skateboard is that the color of the skateboard's grip tape and deck is based entirely on the color of your Joy-Cons.
Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess. All busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city was built on a swamp, so the ground is soft. All it takes is some heavy rain to cave it all in. There were also a lot of places where large tree roots were pushing up parts of the asphalt and the sidewalk. Those bumps were dangerous even when we still had our car, remember? But this town is different. The streets are all paved so cleanly that we can skate along them without a care in the world. And there's hardly any trash or graffiti to be found anywhere. The Clarksons truly do control this place. For better or worse, it's a good example of how allowing certain people to rise to power can have positive effects as well. Also, don't you find that Southern people are remarkably friendly, even to total strangers? Both here and in New Orleans, I've been amazed at how cordial everyone is. Is it just the way things are down here? You certainly don't see that sort of thing in New York or D.C. They never stop to chit-chat, especially...
Oh, damn. Well, that conversation wasn't really going anywhere.
Hey, Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the San Rouge
Is that a blue squirrel? It is a blue squirrel. Did it drop anything? Chicory fur. Ba-dam! Ba-dam! Chicory tail, chicory tail. Fuck is a chicory?
Hey, Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the San Rouge distribution route led us right to Louisiana. You know what that means.
Oh.
We've got a hot hand, and Lady Luck's given us far more favor.
What in the goddamn? Pat totally stole her mail. Look at that dog. Good puppy. I'm gonna take whatever this is. Thank you. Lizard head! High quality cloth. Huh.
Looks like a case of bad timing, Zach. Let's come back later. Bad timing, Zach. We need to place the figurine in front of her house when she's home. Otherwise, it'll be useless. Let's come back later.
Well. I think it's a little odd that we can just, like, walk in here right out the gate. Despite the fact that we can't do anything with this character yet.
Looks like a case of... Let's come back.
Okay, well... Switch. Oh, we can just... Alright. That's not what I wanted to do. Well, looks like we gotta kill some time. So, where's our SIGs at? What? Is that it? God, I'm gonna need to do a lot more smoking. Wait, did I run out of cigarettes already? Ah, shit. Fuck, okay. So what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to find some way to pass the time tonight. So that we can then come out here while she's home, place the alligator figurine on her doorstep, which will gaslight her into staying home because she'll think that it's a bad omen. That's right, we're gonna gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss our way out of this one. What in the goddamn is this? Huh. Low quality cloth. What? Start a fire inside a drone to keep animals and red chows away, effectively creating a safe zone. Camping outside may cause you to catch a cold or get chills, but not while you're in the safe zone. Remember, safety first. Huh. Well, alright. There's a lot of mechanics in this game that I really haven't had to, like, engage with in any sort of, like, huge way. But maybe we'll have opportunity to do so while we're playing. Yeah, I don't remember, like, which one it is that, like, that's a lighter blue and that's a darker blue. So I think the deck must be based on, like, the left Joy-Con, while the grip tape is based on the right. Because I'm using the Skyward Sword Joy-Cons. Sleeping is probably going to be our best bet. At least until the evening. Or so. Blech, excuse me. Looking good. Where's our... Oh, there it is. Let's see if we have managed to gather... Ah! Managed to get a fair amount of information, actually. Oh, they're siblings. Axe. Alright. Let's save real quick. Yeah. Right.
King size, made in France. It looks soft enough to alleviate all our exhaustion. Zach, even though the Bureau is paying for this, it's still tiring to have to live out of hotel rooms day after day. Nothing beats getting a good night's sleep in your own room.
Let's go 9 o'clock. We don't need it to be super late. Just late enough that she's likely to have gone home. Night has fallen, so Patricia went home. What the? What's the bellboy doing now and about?
Hey, boss. How can I be of service?
If you're tired, boss, I recommend taking a good old shower. This is the South, remember? Don't get all filthy and let the flies take over. You're a boss. You gotta make sure you look sharp. Thankfully, I haven't had to worry about that yet. Hello, G-Man. Welcome.
Hello, G-Man.
Hi, Natalie. How you doing?
Doing good.
What's up?
Pulled pork sandwiches.
The pulled pork sandwiches were really good. Goodbye. Any second now. Okay. And away we go.
This is the Deep South. I feel it every time that molten hot sun pours down on me. Don't you, Zach?
No. Kind of fucked up to be humming that song in particular, huh?
This is the Deep South. I feel it every time that molten hot sun pours down on me. Don't you, Zach?
No. As discussed. Rare kill bonus.
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him. Unda.
Oh, he's going to start talking about Forrest Whitaker again.
Or does he merely exist outside the realms of either? Still too early to tell. But it's clear that he'll be the key to uncovering this case's mysteries. That's what my soul tells me.
Hee.
Bad timing, Zach. We need to place the Let's come back later.
Damn, she's not here yet? This game, time is a flat circle. It always continues to pass. Passing the time may affect certain events and whether or not you can enter certain areas. If you can't wait for a facility to open up, try sleeping in a bed at a hotel, camping outside, or smoking to pass the time. You think she'll think it's weird if we're standing on her front lawn smoking... Oh, wait, no, I don't have any cigarettes, do I? I forgot. Well... Are we sure she's not home? I have a sleeping bag.
Looks like a case. Let's come back.
So, like, I could just camp. I suppose.
Zach, you're a coffee person, right? No sugar, only milk. Yes, I'm completely with you on that one. One lollipop? 2 lollipops? 3 lollipops? Don't mind me, Zach. This is how I wake myself up. Hey, Zach. No, nothing. Just felt like saying that.
All right. Part of the issue is we haven't unlocked the fast travel yet. And it's going to be a bit before we do. What am I looking at? What is that? Huh. I don't really want to check out any new places if Patty isn't here.
1 lollipop? 2 lollipops? 3 lollipops? Don't mind me, Zach. This is...
Well, let's camp. What's the worst that could happen if we sleep outside past midnight? Oh. Well. Suppose that could happen.
Zach, how about we grab a bite to eat?
Lucare's Otherworld. From midnight to 6 a.m., the town of Lucare descends into the Otherworld. Red shadows will appear during this time, but only outside areas will be affected. Facilities that are still open will operate as normal. Cool. I don't know what that sound was. Oh no. Okay, well. Ah! Delightful. Look, Scissormans. I ain't got time for this. I have to go manipulate a woman into being scared to come out of her house. It's important to my investigation. Haha. Da-da-da-da.
Yes. Perfect.
Oh, my dear lost lamb. What are you doing there?
Nothing.
Oh, this? This is all part of the Lise Clarkson murder investigation.
Something important, hmm?
Oh, yes. Very important. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. That's what everyone calls me. But what should I call you?
I'm Tyrone Sanders, pastor of the Lucare Evangelical Church.
Tyrone Sanders.
And what business does a pastor like yourself have in a place
So
like this?
ominous with the fucking sky like that.
Well, I live over across the way there.
Do you have an intimate relationship with Mrs. Carpenter?
Why? Why in the world would you suggest such a pitiful thing? Lordy, lordy. How could I ever become intimate with one who is so devoid of faith? After she lost her husband, she stopped coming to church. All she does all day is bowl. She even pruned the shrubbery in that pitiful fashion. Yes, truly pitiful.
Not a bowling person, then.
And did you see that hideous ox of a dog she owned?
Oh my god, the tail's the shape of a
Pitiful
bowling
with a
pin.
capital P. I tried speaking with her, but she shows no intention of changing her ways. Yes, I fear she never lends an ear when the good Lord reaches out to her. Indeed, I pity her from the bottom of my heart.
I see.
So you've been spying on her out of pity?
Spying? I'm merely awaiting the chance to lend her a helping hand.
All right.
Best be careful, too. This town harbors much more danger than you're aware of.
I've noticed.
If you ever find yourself in need of salvation, feel free to stop by our church whenever you like. Our church also functions as a clinic. Someday, you may need our help.
I can't hear you anymore, sir.
Zach, did you hear that? Pitiful. Try saying that to someone in the city. They'd instantly slap you with slander or defamation charges. You'd be up to your neck in court papers.
Well, probably
I doubt
not.
I'll tire of this town anytime soon. We should consider stopping by that church whenever we get a chance.
Sure. You probably need religion, York. We did it. We're in danger. We gotta get back to the hotel. We gotta sleep till morning. I wish I could use the gun while skateboarding. That would be dope as hell. But no. What if I want to fight? Oh.
Mr. Alligator, not sure how much help you'll be in this situation, but I guess you're better than nothing.
Oh.
What the?
Fucked up.
Zach, I don't even need to say it, do I? This is right out of that movie.
What movie?
Videodrome, 1982, directed by David Cronenberg. At the time, it was seen as a hard movie to digest for normal moviegoers, but Now it's become a cult classic.
That's true.
I always just saw it as another weird Canadian movie, but this changes everything. My arm and my
Fucked up
gun
Canadian
have become
films.
one. Now I can really understand what Max was going through.
Canada, known for weird cinema. Psycho gun controls. Hold down the fire button to charge the psycho gun. Aim it toward an enemy to lock on, then release the fire button to fire a homing bullet. The faster your firing speed, the faster your gun will lock on. Locking on to multiple points at once is also possible. Taking damage will cancel your lock on, so be careful. Oh hey, they dropped something. Ooh. It was just more rubber bullets, so it's not really helpful, but you know. I feel like that cutscene is a lot cooler if you're like... I thought this was supposed to protect me from red shadows. Seriously questioning the efficacy of the oil drum. Yeah. Whoa! Oh. See you later, fuckers. They tried. Alright, I should probably see if I can get, like, some cold medicine, maybe, like, at the front desk. Probably make sure I have something proper to eat for breakfast as well.
Very good, sir. Please, come right this way.
Excuse me. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a few of these. Not too many, actually. And, tan, flavor gun, body bag, just clean myself up a little. Grab one of these. Wait, do I already have cold pecan? What?
Serving you is my greatest pleasure, sir. Please do let me know if there is any other way for me to assist you.
Sure thing, buddy. I did not have a cold pecan. Alright. Time to sleep. And let's, no, I don't need to save my game again. Yeah, I say just after 8 a.m. probably is a good idea. Still good as new. Okay, where is the restaurant here? Was it upstairs? I think it was upstairs. La na na. This is French for pineapple. Ding dong.
My restaurant serves only the highest quality Creole cuisine. The real deal, which ain't too easy to find in a backwoods town like this.
Did I hear wrong then? Set me straight, would you, Chef? I thought that Cajun food was the norm in Acadiana. Why would you go out of your way to serve Creole food here?
When I was a youngin', I trained myself at a famous restaurant in Orleans.
A famous restaurant? That's incredible. Was it Arnaud's? Antoine's? No, don't tell me, I got it. Brennan's, right?
None of those, actually. But that place taught me how to really cook. Go on and try something, you'll see.
Maggie, are you scratching up the carpet again? Cut that out.
Very intriguing.
Alright, let's take a look here. Fresh, barbecued, and juicy. It'll stuff you. I don't know if I want the food to stuff me. Fill me to the brim? Ooh, bananas Foster. Ooh. The seafood platter is probably going to be our best bet, just to get ourselves good and taken care of here.
That food was unbelievable. I see you weren't lying about undergoing training at that famous restaurant.
Ah, now you just trying to embarrass me, mister. I still appreciate it, though.
And you must have undergone some rigorous training in order to gain such refined technique. You put so much care into preparing everything just right. And your manipulation of that low-temp flame in order to bring out such a pleasant fragrance, simply perfect. This is true Creole food. You have to tell me now, which famous restaurant did you train yourself at?
Isn't it something that's like...
Come on, Chef, we need to know. Zach and I are begging you.
Ah, you drive a hard bargain, mister. All right, I reckon I can give you a hint.
Really?
Oh, just a hint now.
Fine, we'll take it. Just say it.
It's the restaurant that serves the most famous fried chicken in all of Louisiana.
Is he talking about Popeyes?
Crispy, crunchy. You know what I'm talking about? Bonafide fried chicken.
No, you can't mean...
Oh, yeah.
I'll bet they worked you pretty hard.
Mm-hmm, you betcha.
So that's how you acquire the mental fortitude necessary to cook such amazing food.
Oh, my time there taught me just how tough city life really is.
Amazing. Zach, did you hear all that? That's an incredible story, David. You really are a true chef. Both Zach and I have given you our official approval.
Well.
Hello there, mister. Need something?
Talk. Building filled with tradition, a concierge, and a fancy restaurant. We may be out in the sticks, but this establishment is just as luxurious as any five-star hotel in the city. But of course it is, mister. Le Carré is a town with a history. We've always kept our pedigree. Fantastic. But our tradition and our pedigree ain't what we're most proud of. Meaning, we always keep evolving, working in the most state-of-the-art, high-tech equipment into our old hotel. Especially when it comes to the kitchen and the plumbing. I know we put a lot of money into those two. Even though it may still look old, that backyard out there is brand new. If you want to take a closer look at how much we've changed, yeah, try using the shower in your room. Once you feel that water pressure, you ain't never gonna go back to any of those other hotels. I guarantee it. Can't wait. I might just try it out tonight. We're not gonna worry about the hotel right now. The only reason I guess Popeyes is because, like, I'm thinking about, like, it seems like the sort of, like, joke they would make where it's just like he's talking about training at a famous restaurant and learning all about Creole food, and York is saying all these other restaurants that I'm sure are like notably accredited restaurants, and it feels like the punchline would end up being like it was a fast food place. Any second now. Okay. Oh, Patty, there she is.
Hey, Agent York.
Yes?
Is that... Sorry, never mind. I think I was just seeing things.
We gotta take Patty with us. Ain't no point in progressing if we ain't taking Patty along with us. Know what I'm saying? It's important to our character.
Hey, let's chat.
Patty, you're getting more and more curious about all the depraved serial killers I've encountered so far, aren't you?
N-O. I'm getting tired of this joke.
Patty, you live in a very peaceful town.
You sure about that? 'Cause I'm not.
Patty, what's that?
That tree? Or the water tower?
That thing I'm pointing at. That.
We'll worry about getting more lines out of them later. Now it's time to bowl. Which I think might be a mini game that we have to play.
It worked like a charm, Patty. Mrs. Carpenter is nowhere to be seen.
She's
Now's our
probably
chance
busy
to
having a
topple the 10
panic attack in
maidens,
her own
eh?
home. Because we put a little guy outside her house. Hey, Alexis.
Oh, my Lord, y'all are back? Listen up. Y'all ain't gonna believe this.
What's up?
What's wrong?
Mrs. Carpenter hasn't come in.
Oh, yeah, that's because we used her proclivity for superstition to manipulate her into staying home.
For the first time in 10 years, what could it be? I just hoping nothing bad happened to her.
She's fine. You have my guarantee.
Oh, my Lord. I reckon if an FBI agent like you is convinced, then I should be too.
All right.
What did I tell you, Patty? Value is a relative thing. We needed to find that figurine, no matter the cost.
Bowling time.
You really wanted to bowl that bad? They don't have bowling alleys in the city no more?
Wrong, Patty. I have absolutely no interest in bowling. Tossing a heavy ball at lined-up pins? Where's the fun in that? You can't even call this a sport. It's a game for cavemen. Nonsense. Utter nonsense.
Damn, all right.
Then can I throw the ball instead?
Absolutely not, Patty. This is part of the investigation. I need to do this myself, no matter how stupid it may be.
You're the one who's stupid. Sure looks like you're
Got
having
'em.
fun to me.
I take no pleasure in this, Patty. I hate every moment of it. This sucks. This sucks and I hate it. 16-pound ball. Oh god, oh god. Fuck. Shit! Damn it! Damn, now he ran off all bowling fans. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Ah, beans! £7. Fuck. £13. Fucking kidding me! I'm so upset. Okay. £10? Oh, thank fuck. Oh, hey, look who's finally here.
Oh, looks like I finally earned myself a rival.
Absolutely, I will absolutely not. I will never touch this minigame again.
That was just a stroke of luck, Mrs. Carpenter. Despite how I may seem, I've never been any good at any of the ball-based sports that exist here on our planet.
Oh, no, you can't fool me. I can tell the FBI's giving you very special training.
In bowling?
If I gave you a few
Oh, here.
lessons on top of that, I'm sure you'd be able to go semi-pro.
Semi-pro?
That's right. That's what I said.
Not pro, but semi-pro.
Yes, semi-pro. You'd never be able to go pro. You don't have what it takes.
Fucking roasted.
You could become a semi-pro if you tried really hard, though. Well, I guarantee it. Come back and see me when you feel like giving it a try. I'm sure
I won't.
my husband would forgive me if I let someone like you borrow my lane. Well, we gotta give youngsters a chance to grow. That's what we always say.
I could actually go semi-pro?
He's interested now.
I'd take her words with a grain of salt if I were you.
Oh.
Patricia, I can understand why you'd be envious of my talents, but you don't need to worry. You have your own unique talents, just like any other person.
My dude, you were literally just saying how you think bowling is the dumbest sport.
You shouldn't have to feel inferior every time you look at me.
You fucking idiot.
You're unbelievable. You sure you don't need to get your head checked out?
No, he definitely does.
It's so strange, Zach. I feel like I'm discovering a new side to myself.
By the way, Mr. Special Agent,
Yeah, what's up?
you said you're investigating the Lise Clarkson incident, yes? In that case, there's something you should know. That poor girl, Lise, she was a druggie,
No.
and she was into the really bad stuff.
Red powder.
Oh, no wonder the FBI picked you. You already figured out that much. Well, the reason Lise turned into such a little hoodlum is because of her mother, Galena.
Galena?
Mm-hmm. A mother only in name. Oh, as far as I'm concerned, she's still nothing more than a child herself. Oh, dressing up in fancy clothes, always out on the town somewhere. Children giving birth to children. If these aren't the end
Babies.
times,
Having
well, I don't
babies.
know what is. Oh, and they were always cooped up in that jazz bar. Galena wouldn't know proper parenting if it hit her in the tush.
Zach, the jazz bar. We first heard about it from Patricia. It must be deeply connected with this case. And the red powder. It must be San Rouge.
Mrs. Carpenter has completely lost interest in this encounter.
Following the Oracle and felling the 10 maidens sure paid off, didn't it?
So, Mr. Special Agent, are you all finished here?
Yes, Mrs. Carpenter. Thanks to you, I've gotten a new lead.
Oh, then how about you mosey on and let me get back to my bowling? I need to bowl my first game of the day or else I'm gonna get rusty. Well, what are you waiting for? Get a move on! Shoo! Shoo!
Yeah, alright. Bowling has been unlocked. I will never touch this minigame again. Bye. Oh boy.
When the sun
Granny
awakens,
says get the fuck out.
catch the tip of the baby bear's tail at the Force Altar.
What?
At the entrance to the other world will reveal itself to you.
Zach, it's another oracle. It appears that we're being guided by a mysterious power. This oracle is a simple one. The false altar. You already know what this is, right? The place where Lise Clarkson's body was first discovered.
It's under the bridge, wasn't it?
She was found under a bridge at some sort of altar as if she was being worshipped. That's what Chef David said, right?
Oracle decryption start.
When the sun awakens refers to dawn, of course, and the tip of the baby bear's tail is the North Star. At dawn, look straight to the north from where Lisa's body was found.
I don't know if mimicking the accent was necessary, but, you know, whatever.
On the
It's your
surface,
process.
This oracle may seem tricky and convoluted, but it's still mere child's play. Pathetic.
Be nice.
Zach, let's follow the oracle and head to where Lisa's body was found. I don't know what otherworld refers to, but I'm sure we'll find out once we get there.
Oracle?
That's right, Patty. This case is a rather complicated one. So Zach and I are following oracles given to us by a skeletal gentleman in order to crack it.
I love that Patty at this point is just like, sure, whatever. She's kind of rolling with the punches. But if we have to go there at dawn, then, yeah. May need to take another nap. Excuse me. Take a small sleep. Good night, Mr. the Missile. Ooh, $4.99 movie deals on Voodoo. I'll have to check that later. Oh.
This is Lucari Tiger. Do you read me? Over.
Lucari Tiger.
Lucari Tiger,
To DC Eagle. Do you copy?
It's Daddy. Hurry up and answer.
Use the radio.
This is DC Eagle. I read you loud and clear.
I like that he's going with the bit.
Oh, good. Mr. York. I'm sure glad you picked up.
There's no point in using code names if he's just going to say my real name.
Mr. York, can you hear me? Hey, Mr. York. Oh, right. Over.
Yeah, that was what the issue was.
DC Eagle to Lucare Tiger. Is something wrong? Over.
Mr. York, I got something I need to tell you ASAP. Just sit tight and listen, okay? Over.
Roger Wilco. Go right ahead. Over.
I just happened to overhear some of the Clarksons talking on another channel. Apparently, Lisa's mother's been missing since early this morning.
Well, that's no good.
I reckon it might be related to the case, so I wanted to let you in on it right away. Oh, over.
Lisa's mother. You're referring to Galena, the social butterfly? Over.
Another special agent slam dunk. So, you already did a little research on her, huh? That's right. The one who's gone missing is the younger of the Clarkson sisters, and our town's queen of the night. No one can slip one past me. Because I'm the ultimate FBI agent, Francis York Morgan.
I would watch a movie called Francis York Morgan.
My proverbial hat goes off to your investigative skills, sir.
Sure, man.
Anywho, Galena used to be an actress, and she's also real pretty in the face. Draws attention wherever she goes. If you happen to spot her while you're investigating, would you let me know?
If I'm looking at this right, Voodoo has just Rush Hour 2 on sale, but not the other ones.
Oh, yeah. Over. Wait. Hey, Mr. York, what do you say we cut this out, huh? Over this, over that. It all seems kind of overblown, don't you think? Besides, I reckon we're the only ones listening to this. No need to be so stiff, right?
Yes, Melvin, I agree. There's no need for us to cling to formalities.
Glad to hear it. I ain't never been too good with formalities, you feel me? Well, Mr. York, if I hear any more news, I'll be sure to let you know. Good luck out there.
Thanks, man.
Daddy's such a goofball.
Patty, do you think Galena is really as beautiful as people say?
Also, they have the Japanese version of Your Name on sale for $4.99, but not the English language version.
I don't know, I guess.
Weird.
Men just seem to like women like her for some reason.
Who's more beautiful, Galena or your mother?
What?
Candy Woods, your mother. Melvin said she was the prettiest girl in town.
How should I know? That's a stupid question.
Why is it stupid?
My mom is sick.
Zach, that was a bad move. We stepped right into a private matter without any shoes on. But these things are bound to happen. After all, I'm a special agent of the FBI. And there isn't an organization out there that's more well-versed in the art of infringing on people's privacy.
That's true. Now apologize, or don't.
So you clearly love TV shows, but what about movies?
Movies?
Had that conversation already. Okay, so, well, guess we're gonna go...
1 lollipop, 2 lollipops, 3 lollipops, Don't mind me, Zach. This is how I
Actually,
wake myself
I'd like
up.
to go to the voodoo shop again. The voodoo shop run by the white guy with no eyebrows. You know the one. See if I can't craft any charms. Am I going the right way for this? I don't know. Ah, fuck. Ugh. Not very populated with cars, is it? Well. Maggie, what are you jumping around for? He is all over the place today. Ugh, excuse me. Reggie, are you scratching up carpet again? Hello, mystical white man with no eyebrows. Please don't voodoo chant at me.
Verily, much shall serve thee well here.
Can I create anything? I don't have any beads, fortunately, so I cannot create anything. What about dolls? Can't create any dolls. Beans.
I can see it. Thy return is imminent.
I thought he said
If
fucking see
thou
it.
hath discovered the very purpose of my emporium, that is.
He's just like, fucking see it. Reggie, what are you trying to do? He's just all over the place. What is with this child? Alright, so I'm thinking if it's saying that we're gonna be dealing with otherworld stuff. Got the zoomies a little bit. If it's saying we're going to be dealing with otherworld stuff once we go to the site of Lise Clarkson's murder, then we should probably save that for next time we reconvene for Deadly Premonition 2. Because that's going to be like a whole thing. And it's probably going to have like a lot of cutscenes around it, and dialogue and everything. So I'm thinking we're going to pop back to the hotel. Probably rest till about 6 a.m., then save the game so that when we start next time, we can just go straight there.
Hey, Zach. No, nothing. Just felt like saying that.
Oh, York, you goobus. Womp. Oh. What on earth? Oh! Never mind, this is going to be our activity for the last bit of the stream here. Yo!
Hey, you! You're FBI, right?
And who might you be?
I'm Raven, but around here they call me the Speed Witch.
Raven Yahoo!
You're here investigating the lease case, yeah? And instead of a car, you're using a skateboard? For real? You've already become the talk of the town, you know? Anyway, I was just wondering if you needed any help. What's your name?
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York.
Okay, Yorkie it is. I'm actually testing out a new kind of business right now. And I was hoping you'd be down to try it out, Yorkie.
What kind of business are we talking about here?
I drive my customers to wherever they want to go, and once we get there, they pay me. Now that I think about it, I reckon it ain't much different from a taxi.
Seems a bit strange to call it a new type of business then.
Only 'cause you haven't heard the details yet. Here, let me explain. I got a feeling that in the future, cell phones are gonna get more advanced. And people are gonna be able to just order taxis from their phones whenever they need to get somewhere. So I'm thinking, hey, why don't I just start a company that instantly sends out drivers to take folks from point A to point B?
How?
I want to make it so that anyone out there can just register on my site as a driver. I'm talking normal people, not pros. Then once we get a request, we'll just send out the driver who's closest to the customer.
So yeah,
It'll
Uber.
be a hell of a lot more convenient than public transportation, and faster than any normal taxi company. I'm
And
positive it'll be a
definitely
big
won't
hit.
disrupt the economy
I'm
and
gonna
cause
call it
all sorts of,
Wyvern. The logo will be a Y and a V.
you know, shit.
Cool, yeah?
I don't know. I'm getting a little tired, so.
Beats me. But if I hire them all as independent contractors, I reckon it'll work out.
And then
See,
I
that
can
means
abuse
each driver and
them
customer will
on
be
an
bound by
employee
their own
level.
Private agreements. My company will just provide them with a platform to hook up. Squeaky clean, right?
I can't wait
Now,
to start
here comes the
exploiting
fun
my
part.
people.
I want to help you get around while you're in our town, Yorkie. For a fee, of course. Keep an eye out for my balloons. Whenever you see one in town, give me a whistle and I'll be there.
Why not invite me to use your site then? Why are you out here driving around?
I'm still experimenting with this business model. My site isn't open yet, and I'm still trying to figure out what sort of fees will work best. So I decided to go find myself a customer to get a feel for how things will really go. Well, wanna ride?
Zach, that was quite the spiel, wasn't it?
York, we have the opportunity
Seems
to
like
stop the
little
gig
more than
economy
a
here and
scheme to
now.
make some pocket change from carpooling. What's new about that? Although it will be a bit hard for us to keep investigating here for days with nothing but a skateboard. What do you think? Should we accept her offer?
It's... Sure, give me a ride. It's the fast travel. That's all it is. It's the fast travel mechanic.
That's what I'm talking about. Come on, get in, get in.
It's missing something from the fast travel mechanic you can unlock in Deadly Premonition 1, where, like, you use the radio and there's immediately, like, a fucking righteous-ass car squeal. Wyvern balloons are all over Lucare. You can use them to call Raven, who will let you fast travel to another balloon. It'll cost you, but it's definitely faster than your skateboard. You can also use the transportation desk at Casa Pineapple to visit secret hotspots. Well, then. Owl's Nest, Grumbles, is it the Evangelical Church, is it Park, this thing, Avery Smith, Avery's house. So yeah, they've got these things all over the place at like various different important locations. You got anything new, Patty?
Hey, let's shout something out loud.
Like what?
Chocolate Sundae.
Okay, sure. Actually, never mind. This is stupid.
Got him. So, like, one thing that you can do is, like, if you really want to, like, have everything kind of taken care of, like, really early on, you can actually just kind of wander around town. Patty, you're sliding away from me. Patty, come back. You can just kind of, like, wander around town finding all the bot wounds. Da-da-da-da. She's fine. She got back to us eventually. It's like, let me see here. We've got the Urzuli Frida, Casa Pineapple, Alexis' Place. We haven't stopped by the Sheriff's Department yet, so we might swing by there. I don't think we have to go there until, like, a little bit later in the game. But would it be a bad idea to at least have it on the map, you know? It is nice that, like, the major locations that you've already been to, like, are unlocked ahead of time by the time you get that cutscene. Like, that feels like a really good, like, quality of life thing where it's just like, hey, these locations you've already been to, yeah, we've already put them on the map for you, so you don't need to worry about, like, you already have, like, full access to them. It's nice. And in a game that's, like, so full of just, like, weird, janky mechanics that don't always work properly, it's a nice little thing that's just like, oh, hey, look. They do know what they're doing, it's just... sometimes things get a little bit lost in the sauce, you know? Like all this texture and model pop in. But you know what? It's fine. Who cares about draw distance anyways? You know what I'm saying? I like that squirrels are registered as enemies on the map.
This is the Deep South. I feel it every time that molten hot sun pours down on me. Don't you, Zach?
Oh. Yep. Emma's skateboard workshop foyer. Yeah, this is the skateboard workshop. Don't worry about that right now. It's not going to come into play until much later. Yeah, if we're going to be looking at doing things next time we reconvene for Deadly Premonition 2, I might as well go ahead and, like, grab a few more of these fast travel locations so that, like, you know, we won't have to worry about, what's the word I'm looking for? Walking or skateboarding everywhere once we start up next time. You just go ahead and just pop over. American Robin Street Bridge. What even is this? Oh, this is a fast travel point too, actually. Oh, it's a sugarcane plantation. Yeah, all right. And there's one more location I want to make sure we get ahead of time. Dogs. It's like way out there, though. It's all the way over here. So we got a ways. So I guess while we're traveling here, I go ahead and do my outro. I want to thank everybody for coming by the stream. I hope you all had a good time. I know I did. If you enjoyed the stream, you can subscribe here on Twitch. We have special emotes for subscribers. You can also follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, and co-host at AcidXShark, where I post all the streams as they happen. Or you can follow me on YouTube, where I post all the streams after they happen, also at AcidXShark, and that's ACIDXSHARK. Art for the stream, thumbnail art, was done by my friend Tish. You can find on Twitter at PatchworkCalico. That's PATCHWORKCALICO. Does fantastic work. Highly recommend checking their stuff out. VTuber was done by Audrey and B of Team Capital. You can find on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube at Tumblr. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, and co-host at Team Capital. That's TEAMCATPLE. They do fantastic work as well. Highly recommend checking them out. Highly recommend commissioning them. If you do commission them, please use their commission form. Don't email them. They'll email you. If you do email them, well, don't. But also don't DM them. If you do DM them, if you must DM them, don't be weird. Please don't be weird to my friends. We will make fun of you on stream. What the hell is that? Hold on, I'm gonna fucking... I don't know what the goddamn... What the hell? UFO bonus. Wait, what was the item? What was it carrying? The fuck? Why did I get $20 for shooting a UFO? I'll find you. I'm Texan, not the most suitable, not the most stable individual. Can confirm. I am from Texas, and people from Texas are fucking nuts.
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him. Boondock.
I don't want to hear this conversation again. What else? Upcoming streams. So, tomorrow is going to be some more Shark Stream Mid-Odds Shootathon Overtime. We are going to be doing both Fear Extraction Point and Fear Perseus Mandate back-to-back. Probably going to be getting up fairly early in the morning to do Extraction Point and then doing Perseus Mandate in the afternoon. I figure both of them are pretty short that I can do both of them in the same day. And then, like, other further Saturdays can be used for, like, just the longer games, you know? It seems like a good idea to me. Especially if we want to get through all these, like, quick enough that we can make sure to get in Duke Nukem Forever as well. Next week, Wednesday, is going to be Breath of the Wild, of course. What else? So Breath of the Wild on Wednesday. Thursday is going to be Final Fantasy XIV. We're going to be doing the Rising event, which is going to be starting on the 27th. And then doing some Moogle Treasure Trove stuff. I plan to do a few runs of Praetorium, and then get one of the mounts that's up for sale. That is the last of the mounts I need for Stormblood stuff. So, you know, exciting things. Exciting things happening. Next Friday is going to be, I believe is going to be, JB is going to return for Sinking City. And then Audrey and B will be here again for, not Bayonetta 3 yet. Okay. Can't hit that one. That one's low enough, though. high quality plate? Weird. Alright. Yeah, we're not going to be starting Bayonetta 3 yet. We're going to be doing something else. I don't know what yet. Man. Y'all see that? That's weird. Anyway, it's probably nothing. We are going to still do Bayonetta 3 eventually, but just not yet. Adrian B requested a bit of a buffer before diving into it, and a buffer I will provide them. Strange red trees. Probably nothing, though, right? Is there even anything? Is there even, like, a fast travel point down here? There's just gators. There's just gatorses. Excuse me, Al of Gator? Can I speak with you? Sir? Sir? Oh!
So you clearly love TV.
No, we're just gonna leave. Coming here was a bad idea. But yeah, that's the plan for next Friday. I'm thinking I might take a week off sometime soon. I feel like I have been kind of like hunkering down on streaming a lot recently, and like I'm not feeling like I'm burnt out or anything like that, but you know, just because I'm not feeling it doesn't mean that like if I keep going at like the clip I'm moving at, that it's not going to happen. So I think it would be a good idea to just sort of like make a call of like, yeah, I should probably give myself a bit of a buffer before like anything does happen. Especially because I know like there's going to be a lot of stuff happening in the next couple of months. In October, we've got so many games coming out, a lot of which I do plan to stream. And then in November, I'm actually going to be moving. So I'm going to need to, you know, get ready for that as well. And that's going to be a whole thing. So I know that like it's probably a good idea for me to probably take a break sooner rather than later if I want to make sure that I don't like completely just fuck myself over mentally, you know? So I don't know. Might not be next week, might be the week after. But I do plan to probably take like a quick break one of these weeks. Just eat okra. Just eat it. Just eat okra. I don't actually like okra. I am not a fan. Medium quality bead. Ooh. New destination has been added at Drawbridge. Alright, so we've gotten a fair number of... Oh, God. Yo, this kind of fucks, actually. But yeah, that's the plan. That's the idea. So just kind of keep an eye out for whenever I like announce that I'm going to be doing that. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I'll see you next time on the Shark Stream. Same Shark time, same Shark channel. Oh, wait, hold up. We actually need to prep for the next time we stream Dead Prems 2. I guess I'm a little upset that we got the Psycho Gun cutscene so early, because usually you get that when you have your first Otherworld segment, and it feels a lot more appropriate there. These things happen. Let's go 557. Sleep for 20 hours. It's fine. What's the worst that could happen? Night has fallen, so Patricia went home. Ooh, we hungry. Still good as new. Oh, we do have 3 cold guns. I'm just gonna eat a bunch of cookies. Oh, hold up, hold up, hold up. There we go. See, we're fine. Health maintenance bonus. And save our game. I just want to make sure I still got this one. Alright. That's going to be it for today, so I will see you next time on the Shark Stream. Same Shark time, same Shark channel. Take care, everybody.